time taken and the cost and expense involved in resolving tax disputes is on the rise, and that's time that critically should be being spent in running the business. If you are a GC, a tax leader, or a CFO, what can you actually do in order to mean that you are ready to manage a tax dispute if one should come along for you? In my experience, there are 3 steps that you can take. The first step is know your risks. So it is only if you are properly aware of, have assessed, realistically assessed those risks, that you can manage the risks. Risk review, in my view, should be undertaken by somebody independent and senior. The risk assessment needs to be properly realistic. How would it play in court? And the risk assessment needs to take into account all of your business risks associated with the tax risks as well. Does a particular risk have a knock-on effect on another transaction in another jurisdiction? You need to know the answer to that. It's always the realistic assessment of the law and its application to the facts. So the next step that I want to come on to is those facts, the evidence. Evidence collation is something that has absolutely transformed. Revenue authorities have the benefit and burden of the explosion in the availability of data that we have all experienced. And what that means is that in a modern tax dispute, revenue authorities are looking for a forensic level of proof. Evidence is risky and evidence deteriorates. So you really need to know what your evidence is, because otherwise the risk that you expose yourself to is that your view of the facts will change during the life of the inquiry, and that's pretty disastrous. The last step that I think that everybody should take is learn from the experience of producing that tax disputes ready file. You will have learned plenty about your organisation, your attitude to risk, which risks you see as important, how are you going to escalate things, how are you going to control risks in the future. I think everybody will recognise that in the economic climate in which we live, the level of uncertainty and the multitude of tech changes which we are seeing, that tax disputes are here to stay and will continue to occupy professionals for the foreseeable future. At KPMG Law, we are a crack team of experts, huge amounts of experience, very specialised, so if we can be of any help to you, please don't hesitate to reach out to us.